students, welcome to the cbse chemistry lecture series. This video is a continuation of the last video, organic chemistry IUPAC nomenclature. Now we will see the part 3. In the unsaturated compounds, the last class we discussed about the saturated hydrocarbons. Now this class we are going to discuss about unsaturated hydrocarbons. Normally the unsaturated hydrocarbons we can call as olefins. Suppose if carbon-carbon double bond containing compounds, we can call as what? Alkenes. If it is a carbon-carbon triple bond containing compounds, then you have to say alkynes. So its general formula is CnH2n. Here it is what? CnH2n minus 2. The n represents number of carbon atoms. The n represents number of carbon atoms. Now we'll take a alkene. Already told you the general formula is CnH2n. So while writing the IUPAC names, the general format is what? Alk plus the previous name or parent name ANE is replaced by ENE. It is replaced by ENE. Say for example, we will take a N is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Substitute in this formula. If N is equal to 1, its molecular formula is C1H2n. That's what? H2. You want to check the valency of these carbon atoms. So only 2 is there, so does not exist. The carbon must be having the 4 valency. So N is equal to 2. If you substitute in this formula N is equal to 2, that is what? C2H4. Then what is the structural formula for this case? You have to put a 2 carbon atoms. In between it's a double bond is there. Alkenes must be having a 1 double bond. Carbon-carbon double bond. Put a double bond. Then you have to fill up the hydrogen atoms based on the valency. Then you have to write the condensed structural formula is nothing but C surrounded by 2 hydrogen atoms CH2 double bond CH2. And its IUPAC names, if it is a 2 carbon atom, eth, and AN is replaced by ENE. And bond line formula, how can I write the bond line formula? You have to write like this. At the same time, you can substitute for what? N is equal to 4 you can write. You substitute in this formula, molecular formula is C4 and 2 into 4, 8, H8. So you have to write the structural formula for this case. Put up 4 carbon atoms and 1 double bond, and based on this you have to fill up the hydrogen atoms. Its valency is only 2 hydrogen atoms. Here already 3 bonds is there. You have to put only 1 hydrogen atom. Here 2 hydrogen atoms. And here the valency is what? To satisfy that one we have to fill 3 hydrogen atoms. 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 1, 6. 6 plus 7, 8. So condensed structural formula, how can I write? C surrounded by 2 hydrogen atoms CH2, double bond CH, single bond CH2, single bond CH3. This is the way of writing the condensed structural formula. And what is its IUPAC name? So 4 carbon atoms, but, and number the carbon atoms. So in this case, the first itself is having a double bond, so you have to give the lowest number, but 1e. And what is its bond line formula? So you have to draw like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's all. So this is a way of writing the alkene series of compounds. Similarly, we will discuss the alkynes, ALKYNE. This type of compounds having the general formula CnH2n minus 2. Here, while writing the IUPAC names, alkane, that A and E is replaced by Y and E, and it must having a carbon-carbon triple bond containing compounds. Okay, so now you can substitute in this formula. What is the molecular formula? If you substitute in this formula, if it is N is equal to 1, that is not possible. If it is N is equal to 2, substitute in this formula. C2, H2 into 2, 4, 4 minus 2, 2. So C2H2. You can write the structural formula, 2 carbon atoms. Based on this valency, you have to fill up the hydrogen atoms. Condense structural formula, CH, triple bond CH, at IUPAC name. 2 carbon atoms, you have to say ETH and YNE. And what is its bond line formula? You just put like this. Similarly, we have to write for, if N is equal to 3, how can you write? What is the molecular formula of the compound? C3, H2 into 3, 6, 6 minus 2, 4. So C3H4. Structural formula, how can you write? You put a 3 carbon atoms and triple bond is there. Based on this valency, you have to fill the hydrogen atoms. So here already 4 valency is there, so you should not put a hydrogen atoms in the middle carbon. So in this way, you are right. The condensed structural formula. So CH, triple bond C, CH3. 3 plus 1, 4 hydrogen atoms. And its IUPAC name is, so 3 carbon atoms, you are say prop. And in the first carbon atom, we are having a Y and E. Put a hyphen Y and E. And what is this bond line formula? You have to put a 3 carbon atoms. Yes, that's all. Now we'll see the another alkyl. Its general formula is CnH2n plus 1. So in the IUPAC names, so alk plus ANE is replaced by YL. And here you are substitute in this formula if N is equal to 1. So molecular formula is what? C1H3. You have to check the valency. H. So the one bond is not satisfied by atoms. So the valency is not complete. So it does not exist independently. We can call it as what? Substituent. And these are all we can call as substituents. Does not exist independently, but it somewhere it will be considered as a attachments. So only 1 carbon atom you have to write meth and AN is replaced by YL. It is a substituent. Somewhere it will be substituents. So you have to write like this. So CH3. Similarly, if it is N is equal to 2, how can you write? C2H5. So in this case, you have to write CH2, CH3. This also does not exist independently. We can call it as what? It is a ethyl substituents. Now we'll see the IUPAC rules for unsaturated compounds. Unsaturated hydrocarbons. First, we have to see the root word, or you can say parent chain, must contain the multiple bonds. Say for example, if it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So you have to write like this if double bond is there. So if you apply the rules for writing the organic compounds, you have to number the carbon atoms first. While numbering, that should be the maximum number of carbon atoms in a continuous chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose if you are numbering the carbon atoms in this manner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which is the correct one? So see the rules first. Root word or parent chain must contain the multiple bonds. So here In this case, it covers the multiple bonds or double bonds. That is the correct way of giving the IUPAC names. So the red mark is not the correct way or wrong way, or you can say wrong way of IUPAC names. Whereas the numbering this what? In this one is the correct way. While number the longest carbon chain, that should include the double bond or triple bonds. The second one rule is, if both double and triple bond is there, the numbering which is nearer to the double or triple bond, or better we have to follow the lowest sets of locant rule. Say for example, I will give another example. For this case, if you write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and 2 we are having a double bond, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we are having a triple bond. Which side we have to give number in the carbon atoms? If you 1, 2, 3, third only we are having starts a multiple bonds like triple bond. If we starts from here 1, 2, second itself we are having the nearest double bond. That's the nearest sets of what? Locant rule we have to follow. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should be what you have to name the compound. So maximum number of carbon atoms is what? Oct. And 2 we are having a double bond, 2 in, and 5 we are having a triple bond. So this is the way of what? Writing the IUPAC. Next we see the next rule. If double bond and triple bond is also there in an organic compound, you have to give preference to double bond, not the triple bond. I will give an example for this case. If we are having a 5 carbon atoms, here we are having a triple bond, here we are having a double bond. Which side we have to start numbering from here? You have to give preference to double bond. So this way only you have to give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and should not be 1, 2, 3. So don't start with triple bond, because we are giving preference to double bond. So this is the correct way of giving number to the organic compounds. So how can I write this name of this compound? If it is a 1 we are having a double bond, and 4 we are having a triple bond. So in this case, so you ought to start numbering from this side only. The another one, suppose we can take an example like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. First we are having a triple bond, and third we are having a double bond. Now which side we have to start the numbering? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So second we are having a double bond, and when we start numbering from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First itself we are having a triple bond. So once that you have to follow the what? Lowest sets of locant rule. So you have to give number the carbon atoms from this right hand side to left hand side. That means it first the lowest number is what? 1 for triple bond. So you have to give the numbers. So based on this 5 carbon atoms, you got to write pent, and 3 we are having a double and triple bonds. 3 En and 1 Yne. Sometimes you may ask, sir, we are giving preference to double bond, but here what we have to think about the triple bond is started with. So you have to follow the lowest sets of locant rules, and here the organic compound is named as a derivative of alkane. It's a derivative of alkyne. That means the alkane should be the suffix. Okay. So based on these rules and regulations, we will discuss 1 or 2 compounds. Now we will take this compound. How to name an organic compound in a systematic manner. already told you the maximum number of carbon atoms should contain multiple bonds. So if you start numbering from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 only we are having the double bond. If you start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So based on this is the maximum number of carbon atoms. So you got to say the parent name is what? Dec. And when double bond is there, where it is in the fourth position. So you got to say 4. Is there any other double atom one? No. So it is suffix is what? ene. And we have to see that one. In the fifth position we are having a ethyl group, and sixth position also we are having a ethyl group. So how many times? 2 times. So we have to name it like this: 5,6 diethyl. And 3 we are having a methyl group. So why we have give afterwards that methyl and not that what ethyl here? Because already told you arrange the substance in alphabetical order. So ethyl should come first. So therefore 5,6 diethyl, 3 methyl, decfluorine. A few other compounds, that is for practice. We'll take one compound like this. Yes. How can you name the organic compounds? So you start numbering from here. The double bond starts from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 means pent is a parent name. And we are having a double bond 2 times in the positions 1, 3 diene. This is the correct way of writing the IUPAC name. If you see another compound, yes. So this is a organic compound is given in a bond line formula. You have to number the carbon atoms. So you start numbering from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So either way you have to give the number of the carbon atoms. That should be the maximum number of carbon atoms. So in the fifth position we are having a 1, 2, 3. 3 means what is the parent name? Propyl. So it is substituted what? Fifth position. And second position we are having a triple bond is also there. So 8 means oct. Where it is 2 YNE. And what is the name of substance? 5-propyl. This is the correct way of giving the IUPAC names. Thank you, students. If you have any doubts, please mention in the comment box. Thank you, students.